welcome back to the show. We're glad to have you on. And as always, Bob, well, first of all, you've been over there a couple of years now, and I know that you've been doing some a little bit of open heart surgery, rebuilding that environment over there, if you will. My words, of course. But I always like to start with, if you could just explain the role of the CIO at CISA versus sort of the broader CISA, especially in context of cybersecurity. Get that baseline, and then tell us how's it been going for over the last couple of years.
No, thanks, Luke. It's always good to be here. Always good to catch up with you and others. So it is kind of a little bit of a unique role. So my role is not that outward facing front to kind of deal with the federal civilian executive branch or state and locals on the forward facing operator side mission of CISA. So my office's role is to provide all the internal systems for CISA. So we operate as an agency. That could be everything from financial systems to HR systems. That's what we kind of started with when I got here. To your point, this office has kind of grown in leaps and bounds, and I couldn't be prouder of it. You know, I've been with DHS now for a while. Came from a much larger organization where we had, 5,000 people kind of working on IT. Came over here, like you said, about 2.5 years ago, came back to DHS, started with about 42 people. We're now up to well over probably about 150 feds, several hundred contractors, and we've now taken over all of the agency's IT systems, including mission systems, besides some of that core cyber mission functions that the cybersecurity director does. So that kicked off 1 October. We had a bunch of teams move over to my office, which has been wonderful. A lot of fun, a lot of hard work, but people are kind of integrating and all contributing to the mission. So we are now running all the systems for the National Risk Management Center, the infrastructure security, our field organization, integrated operations, the watch. If you're going to interact with CISA externally, we're upgrading systems now, and you'll start interfacing with my systems first, and then we will send that data over to our mission partners. We still maintain the cybersecurity director will build their systems, run their systems. We work in our partnership there, but we are starting to provide more of that core infrastructure. They don't want to run a network. We can provide that for them. They don't want to do asset management. They want to do their mission. So we're going to take that over. Core ICAM functions, those type of things. So our goal in my office is to be operator centric, forward leaning. We've gone from being like a daytime office back to 24/7, which is probably one of the hardest things. So that's what we're trying to do is, as CISA becomes more and more operational every single day, this year in particular, election 2024, we have a big part in securing the election, working with our partners. We're providing more services to state locals and the rest of the federal civilian executive branch and our mission partners over at DoD and the intel community. So my goal is to make sure that the operators have friction-free and reliable and usable IT systems. So that's our kind of big goal here. And that's kind of the state of the state over at CISA CIO.